Hello everyone, this is Karst and welcome to Baldur's Gate 3. I'm actually going into this fairly blind. I don't actually know that much about the Baldur's Gate setting, and I'm not really a huge D&D player, even though I love RPGs. I'm kind of like peripherally involved. Like I vaguely know bits and pieces about it. I think, like I don't know too much about the Forgotten Realm stuff, right? Like I think this is set sort of in the same universe as Neverwinter, but obviously separate from like Neverwinter Nights games. And of course it's like a traditional D&D setting, so there's like a lot of calculations and species and classes and builds and crazy stuff that I have no knowledge of. I'm hoping this will be slightly accessible. I have like a vague understanding of these types of things, obviously, but like I don't typically play like deep-seated CRPGs, right? Like I recently played Dishonored, Divinity 2 with a friend. Well, I finished it, but then like I also played Pathfinder, Kingmaker, but I followed guides for that, for builds and stuff. So I'm going to be going into this really blind, actually, because I know this has been out in early access for almost like a few years, I think. And you could play through all of Chapter 1 during that time. But I never watched any footage of it, and I don't know any of the characters, I don't know any of the story, I don't know anything. So I'm really going into this with a completely fresh look, with no prior knowledge of Baldur's Gate 1 or 2 either, so this is going to be quite interesting, I think. So first things first, if I was playing by myself, I wouldn't need to turn this option off, but for the interest of YouTube, I had to turn off, I'm going to turn off the genitalia, and I'm going to turn off the cinematic nudity, because I don't want to get bonked. I am too small a channel to live through that, so I'll just hit new game. I'll choose Tactician. This is probably going to be a very bad idea. If I fail multiple times, I may or may not edit some of the attempts, but we will see how it goes. So I'm anticipating I'm going to be spending most of this basically just making a character. But we may as well see the preview. I vaguely know it's a story about mind flayers because I watched like the teaser trailer like years ago whenever they were first revealing this. That does not seem good. Let me guess, it's going in the eye. Oh. Oh, that's gross. Oh, that's gross. Oh, no! No thank you. No thank you. Oh gosh. I keep playing games where I get stabbed in the eye. I just finished a playthrough of Prey, so this is kind of... Yes, I would like the tutorials on. I'm gonna need them. Origins. Karlak, what are you? You're, what, a tiefling? No, you're a tiefling. I think you're a lady of some sort. Will's a warlock. Shadowheart. Well, that's I like her outfit. I like her outfit a lot. So she's like an elf healer? Yeah, cleric. She's very much got a very edgy name. What's her story, though? Should I not know this stuff? Does it not tell me her actual history? Oh, there it is. Shadowheart willingly undertook a ritual to remove her memories in order to protect the secrets of her fellow Shar worshippers. Loss and pain are sacred to her, but her faith is now being tested like never before. I guess I should play the introductions for all of these, shouldn't I? I'm probably going to roll with a character of my own. Like, I'm just going to probably make my own character, but... Let's just start with Asterion here. After 200 years serving a cruel master, the vampire spawn Asterion is finally free. Free to walk in the sun, free to chase power, and free to take revenge. Okay.
Hello, darling.
Oh dear.
Don't be shy. I promise not to bite until we've been formally introduced. My name's Astarion, and I've spent a century stalking the night, hunting for pretty morsels just like you.
Me?
A man called Cazador made me what I am, kept me like a pet, forced me to do his bidding. No more. The Tadpole's influence broke his dominance over me, and now I can finally pursue the one thing I've hungered for these long, dark years. Revenge. I'm going back to Baldur's Gate to track Cazador down in his lair. I'll be the last thing the bastard ever sees.
Alright. I will admit right now, him saying the name Cazador immediately triggers PTSD in me because of Fallout New Vegas. Lae'zel, what are you? Oh, I like your outfit too. There's some nice armor in this. So she's the two-handed fighter, okay. Lae'zel was raised... What is she? She's a Githyanki. I've never heard of this race before. With a ruthlessness born from mind flayer enslavement, Githyanki ride the astral sea atop red dragons, bringing their silver swords and psionic might to bear against any trace of the Illithid menace. Okay. She's got mage hand. Ooh, she's got a range on that. Interesting, okay. Lae'zel was raised ready for a life among the stars, mercilessly conquering the cosmos as a Githyanki soldier. Wait, the cosmos? The stars? Are they from space? Is that a thing in D&D? Anyway, grounded, she must deal with a world she doesn't understand and find a way to serve her people in a plane that despises her militant kin. Oh, she's kind of cat-like.
Since I was born in the cold reaches of world space, I have known but one purpose. To wield a silver sword and ride a red dragon in service of my regent, the Githyanki Queen Vlaakith. My first step on this path is to slay a mind flayer and bring its head to my queen.
And you failed on your first attempt?
Flesh I will not carve, and no barrier I will not shatter to see it done. I am the one who sunders. I am the Undying Queen's most unshakable warrior. I am Lae'zel of Kalir.
Interesting. It's funny though, it's like, oh, I had to go and slay a mind flayer, but you failed on your first attempt. That's why you're here, right? Gale. He is a wizard. Gale's wizarding prowess once earned him the love of Mystra, the goddess of magic, until his ambition led him to the brink of catastrophe.
Well met, stranger.
Well met.
You find yourself in the presence of the renowned wizarding prodigy, Gale of Waterdeep. Please, no need to be intimidated. My virtuosic talents once caught the eye of the goddess of magic herself, Mystra, who named me her chosen, and her lover.
Really? Is
Thanks
that...
to a slight miscalculation on my part, that relationship eventually soured, as did the greatest of my powers. Now I'm merely a humble wizard on the road to redemption. Unless I can find the path to something greater.
You know, redemption sounds pretty good. You don't have to keep going. You don't have to be quote-unquote something greater and become evil or anything. Shadowheart is the one I'm most interested in at the moment. I'm considering playing as, like, just as this character, but I kind of want to see what other options there are for races, because I don't know what the hell this is. Dragonborn. Oh, of course. Huh. Okay. And the Dark Urge. You remember nothing but a path paved with blood. Unimaginable cruelty whispers to you from within. Can you escape it? Would you even want to? So this is if you want to make your own character, but still have a set backstory of some sort. This is if you want to make whatever you want. Interesting. I'm not fond of that look, but okay. Anyway, Shadowheart. She's a half-elf cleric. Touch of the Feywild remains in half-elves with this bloodline, and even those untrained in magic possess a hint of wild power. Alright. What are you all about?
My name is Shadowheart, loyal servant of Shah, goddess of darkness and loss. There is little more I can tell you than that. My Lady Shah tasked me with a mission of such secrecy that I surrendered great swathes of my memory in order to safeguard the knowledge of it. All I know is that I must bring the artifact I hold to Baldur's Gate, and that nothing can stand in my way. My goddess is watching.
Okay. Interesting. I am probably just going to go with a generic character with no set backstory. Maybe the Dark Urge is a good idea, actually. I'll look into that, because having a distinct backstory of some sort that doesn't fit with everyone else, that is actually quite interesting. I could go with this. Because I'm pretty sure just having no origin at all means that I'll just get to interact with the characters, but I won't actually, you know, have, like, additional stuff that I could be doing, you know? Because I'm pretty sure these will all be party members, right? Kind of like how Divinity 2 went. I hope they don't all have to die if you don't select them all, but, you know, we'll see how it goes. Will, Warlock. They trade their loyalty for supernatural abilities and unique magic. Known as the Blade of Frontiers, Will uses his magic to fell the monsters and devils menacing the Sword Coast. In a moment of desperation, he accepted an offer of greater power, forcing him into an infernal game he is struggling to play.
"7 years ago, I was exiled from Baldur's Gate, the city I call home.
Why?
My name is Will, but the people of the Sword Coast call me the Blade of Frontiers, champion of the meek, defender of the innocent.
I like you already, but why were you exiled?
The truth isn't quite so simple, but they're right about one thing. I hunt monsters, and I always catch my prey.
Okay, so he's not
Latest
quite...
target is a devil, and I'm right on her tail. Once I'm through with her, she'll never escape the fires of the first hell.
It's also weird. It's interesting that they're doing this, like, hey, you select them, they gain conscience, they tell you their story, and then they lose a conscience again. Okay, so he's not really, like, righteous or anything. He just happens to come across hunting monsters and people, like, basically call him a folk hero. Yeah. They call him a hero, but he's not actually motivated to protect the innocent or anything like that. It's just it happens in a circumstance. Okay. I'm kind of feeling that based on his backstory where he's hunting a devil, quote-unquote, he's probably going to be an enemy of Karlach, who is also quite interesting to look at. Karlach has escaped 10 years of service in the Hells with nothing but the axe on her back, and the infernal engine blazing furiously where her heart used to be. Okay. She's a Zariel tiefling. Tieflings from Zariel's bloodline are empowered with martial strength and can channel searing flame to punish their enemies. That sounds cool. The strong embrace the wild that hides inside. The strong embrace the wild that hides inside. Keen instincts, primal physicality, and most of all, an unbridled, unquenchable rage. Okay. Show me. Oh, she's big mad. I like the way the flames go through her hair. It's kind of cool.
10 years ago, I was sold to the archdevil Zariel. She put a hellfire engine in my chest and made me her prize soldier. But I've escaped now. Thank you, mind flayers. And I've got a few scores to settle. If this engine doesn't burn me to ash first, I'll need people I can trust. An infernal mechanic, and a serious amount of luck. But you know what? I'm not worried. After 10 years in the Hells, I can take on anything. I've got my chance at freedom, and believe me, I'm going home.
Back to hell? Or you mean back, like, out into the real world, quote unquote? I mean, in this setting, it's just another plane of existence, is it not? So the Dark Urge. You remember nothing but a path paved in blood. Unimaginable cruelty whispers to you from within. Can you escape it? Would you even want to? I would want to escape it. It'd be interesting, though, wouldn't it? To have, like, this evil presence inside you and you're constantly fighting it. But what if I lose the roles? That would be terrible. I can't stand playing as a bad guy. Or, like, I can't make bad choices or evil choices. Like, that's just how I play. I can't do it. I always have to play as the hero, like, not the hero per se, but, like, the person who helps people. That's what I want to be. So if I start losing roles and I start, like, doing the dark stuff, that would be bad for me, mentally, as a player. Let's listen to the story.
My rancid blood whispers to me, kill, kill, and kill again. My ruined body yearns to reap death in this world. And when this foul urge calls, it possesses my whole being.
That sounds terrible.
Injured, beyond repair. I know nothing besides this. I must resist the dark urge, lest it consume my mind. I must discover who I was and what happened to me before my twitching knife hand writes a tragedy in blood.
Okay, so this is the edgy character. So that's the male voice then, I guess. So if I was to change some of this, what races are there in this game? Half-orc. Also, I just realized it shows too much information on the screen. I'm gonna have to blur out the bottom left of my of this entire video for now. It is what it is. That's fine. I'll fix that for upcoming stuff. So edit my appearance. Can I be female? I'm just gonna pick a female character. Okay, fair enough. Oh, that's your identity. Ah, the body type is what changes.
Where to next? Well, let's hope the locals are
Health.
beware.
It's opened.
More of those.
There's magic keeping this chest sealed.
Where to next?
I'm gonna edit my character. I also don't know what class this is. Sorcerer. Natural spellcasters drawing on inherent magic from a gift or a bloodline. Oh, there's Drow in this one. Cool, cool. Loth Sworn Drow. Raised by Loth's cult in the city of Menzo Baranzan. These Drow embody the virtues of their corrupt and merciless goddess. It's like a spider goddess, isn't it? Loth marks her followers with bright red eyes, so those in the Underdark will learn to fear them on sight. And I know Drow are basically a matriarchal society, so the women are generally the ones in charge. So Githyanki, what? Oh, that's cute. Interesting hairstyle. Huh. Honestly, this is not terrible as a default. Is this a default or is it randomized? Nope, that's a default. Female dwarf, no beard, no mustache. Female dragonborn? Okay. Just a lizard person. A gnome, huh? I don't think I'll be doing that. Lightfoot halfling. So this is just the Hobbit, basically. Half-elf. There's already a half-elf. Humans, why would you ever play a fantasy game and choose a human, realistically, right? Okay. So these are all the races there are in the game right now, then. Kind of curious if I want to be a drow. So you've basically got bulky or lithe. Yeah, like muscular or skinny and small. Got it. Ooh. I don't really want to be a tiefling, though. Asmodeus tiefling. Bound to Nessus, the deeper layer of the Hells, these tieflings inherited the ability to wield fire and darkness from the archdevil Asmodeus' infernal bloodline. You can choose different subraces, right? Yeah. Mephistopheles tiefling. Ooh. Well, that looks cool. Descended from the archdevil Mephistopheles, these tieflings are gifted with a particular affinity for arcane magic. Oh, it's also here. And Zariel tiefling. This is the martial strength one. That's the same one as the other characters. So there's no point in making something that's basically the same as the other characters, basically. So the background has to be the haunted one if you're choosing the Dark Urge. What can I look at here, then? Background. Urchin. I mean, this doesn't really do much, right? It changes your key skills, but it doesn't change your appearance, I don't think. I could be wrong. Okay, so Acolyte, you've spent your life in service to a temple, learning sacred rites and providing sacrifices to the god or gods you worship. Serving the gods and discovering their sacred works will guide you to greatness. Charlatan, you're an expert in manipulation, prone to exaggeration, and more than happy to profit from it. Bending the truth and turning allies against each other will lead to a greater success down the road. Criminal, you have a history of breaking the law and survive by leveraging less than legal connections. Profiting from criminal enterprise will lead to greater opportunities in the future. Entertainer, you live to sway and subvert your audience, engaging common crowds and high society alike. Preserving art and bringing joy to the hapless and downtrodden heightens your charismatic aura. So you can be a bard, basically. Outlander, you grew up in the wilds, learning to survive far from the comforts of civilization. Surviving unusual hazards of the wild will enhance your prowess and understanding. Noble, you were raised in a family among the social elite, accustomed to power and privilege. Accumulating renown, power, and loyalty will raise your status. Guild Artisan, your skill in a particular craft has earned you membership in a mercantile guild, offering privileges and protection while engaging in your art. Repairing and discovering rare crafts will bring new inspiration. Okay? This is the folk hero one. You're a champion of the common people, challenging tyrants and monsters to protect the helpless. Saving innocents in imminent danger will make your legend grow. I would pick this if I could, but there's already another character that has this backstory, so I don't really want to overlap. Sage, you're curious and well-read, with an unending thirst for knowledge. Learning about rare lore of the world will inspire you to put this knowledge to greater purpose. Soldier, you are trained in battlefield tactics and combat, having served in a militia, mercenary company, or officer corps. Show smart tactics and bravery on the battlefield to enhance your prowess. And Urchin. After surviving a poor and bleak childhood, you know how to make the most out of very little. Using your street smarts bolsters your spirit for the journey ahead. Okay, I think what I'm actually going to do is I will, in fact, pick the Dark Urge. Just because I find that interesting. And I'll fight against my inner nature or whatever throughout the game, which is kind of cool. It'll be a little bit more, how do you put it? A little bit more, not immersive, but a little bit more interesting, I think, right? There is a phrase I'm thinking of, and I just can't think of the word in my head. Not invigorating. But whatever. I'll deal with that later. So that means that the background is the haunted one. A wicked moment, person, or thing that cannot be slain by sword or spell haunts your mind and flickers in your peripheral vision. You carry it wherever your adventure takes you, or perhaps it carries you. So I have skills that are medicine and intimidation. That's interesting. So what race do I want to be? What are elves good at? Ethereal countenances and long lifespans, elves are at home with nature's power, flourishing in light and dark alike. Let's change my look first. The music is very Divinity 2, so it's basically the same composers then. So I have racial speed, you can move 9 meters per turn. Elven weapon training, proficiency in the longsword, short bow, and longbow. Dark vision, okay. Fey ancestry, you have advantage on saving throws against being charmed, and magic cannot put you to sleep. I'm kind of tempted to go with the drow, to be honest, because I didn't see any other drow. I didn't see any other drow in the characters that actually have, you know, a backstory. Because like I said, I'm assuming these will be in my party. So there's a high elf rogue, so he's probably going to be in my party all the time to unlock all the chests. A fighter, she's probably going to be my warrior. I don't see a tank, though. I guess she'll be my tank. The fighter will probably get the sword and shield, so I'm going to replace that. She's a dual wielder. And she's a healer. So basically, by default, my characters are pretty much set. I'm just missing a mage of some sort. I think. But me personally, when I play games, I like to play as melee characters. I'm not a big fan of, as in, like, my personal character. Obviously, you know, magic is really, really good in these games, generally speaking. But my personal character, I don't want to use that much magic with. Okay. Just thinking. That's not a bad voice.
Let's hope the locals are friendly.
Hells.
Be wary.
It's opened.
More of those wretched things. There's magic keeping this chest sealed.
Where to?
Let's hope the locals are friendly.
We'll see.
Beware. More of those wretched things. There's magic keeping this chest sealed.
Are they
I can
doing...
feel its aura.
Are they using pitching to do the voices
Let's
again?
hope the locals are friendly. Hells. Something just woke up down here.
It sounds like they're pitching the voices
It's
again.
open. More of those wretched things. There's magic keeping this chest sealed.
It
I can
just...
feel its aura.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like multiple voice actresses. It sounds like they took a voice and then pitched it up and down, which is a pretty standard practice these days.
What was that?
Let's hope the locals are friendly.
Be wary. This place.
More of there's magic keeping this chest sealed.
Let's hope the locals are friendly. Be wary. This place is trapped.
More of there's magic keeping this chest.
Let's... Hells. Something just woke up down here.
I'm tempted to take that voice. Okay. Yeah, so... I'm really leaning towards Drow. What do you get? You're technically an elf, right? You move 9 meters, Drow weapon training. You get the rapier, short sword, and hand crossbow. Ooh. I kind of want T for inspect, but now I don't know how to close it. Should I go with the rapier? Superior dark vision, can see in the dark up to 24 meters. And more Fey ancestry. Okay. What do you get? Dark vision, hellish resistance. Okay, everyone has base racial speed. I'm noticing that. Yeah, like everyone has base racial speed. Except you, because you're shorter, so therefore you can move... you have to move... your legs aren't quite as long, so you can't move as far. Gnome Cunning. Advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma trait saving throws. That seems good. Small, clever, and energetic, gnomes use their long lives to explore Faerun's brightest corners and darkest depths. Small yet capable, halflings prefer the comforts of home and hearth. Yep, they're hobbits. But their natural luck and dexterity makes them fine adventurers. I don't want to be an orc, I'm sorry. But creatures of intense emotion, half-orcs are more inclined to act than contemplate. Whether the rage burning their bodies, it compels them to fight, or the love filling their hearts inspires acts of incredible kindness. Dark vision, relentless endurance. Ooh. You can survive a killing blow, basically. If you reach 0 hit points, you regain 1 hit point instead of becoming downed. Savage attacks. When you land a critical hit with a melee weapon attack, your damage dice are tripled instead of doubled. That seems like really good for, like, you know, min-max builds. Dragonborn is only speed. A proud race that values clan and skills above all else. Once enslaved by dragons, they strive to be self-sufficient, not wanting to be beholden to anyone, not even the gods. They don't get dragon breath or anything, though, do they? Only the speed. I'm sure they get, like, additional spells and stuff. Oh yeah, the cantrips, I see. So they get a bunch of cantrips instead of race features. Half-elf. There's already a half-elf cleric, so I shouldn't roll with it. Curious, ambitious, and versatile, half-elves are welcome everywhere, but struggle without a community to call their own. Oh, but spears, and pikes, and halberds, and glaives, I want to use those. High half-elf, wood half-elf, drow half-elf, ooh. Interesting. So you can pick a bunch of sub-races, too. So high elf or wood elf. Oh, this is the random wood elf. Oh, and then you can select a bunch of different cantrips? Oh no, there's too much choice. There's too much choice. My puny brain cannot compute. Charisma is my primary ability. I think that will stay, actually, because I want to persuade people. Anyway, driven to the Underdark, most drow have adopted a ruthless pragmatism. While the Lolthsworn delight in the goddess's evil tenets, the Seldarin reject her attempt to overthrow the leader of the Elven Pantheon. So I'm going to choose the not evil one. The Lolthsworn Drow. Nope. The Seldarine Drow. I did not know there was a difference. Seldarine Drow can be found seeking allies from all over Faerun, aiming to settle their conflict with Lolth and each other by any means necessary. So that'll be interesting. I can be rebelling against the Drow goddess, as well as rebelling against whatever dark thing is inside the Dark Urge. Okay. Race is human. There's no sub-races. Makes sense. Makes sense. Gold Dwarf, Shield Dwarf, and Dwergar. Great losses in ancient wars against goblins and orcs have led these dwarves to adopt a cynical mindset, but they will endure anything to restore their ancestral homelands. These dwarves, the Gold Dwarves, are known for their confidence and keen intuition. The culture of their deep kingdom values family, ritual, and fine craftsmanship. Of course they do. Okay, I'm leaning towards Drow, and I will go for Seldarine. What class do I have? Oh boy. There's too much choice. Druid. Oh. That's an interesting outfit. Druids channel the elemental forces of nature and share a deep kinship with animals. Mastery of wild shape allows them to transform into beasts from all over the realms. Interesting. Oh, a monk. I want to be a monk. And it's proficient in rapier, so I can actually roll with that. So I could be like a duelist, sort of. Paladin. Can you imagine a drow paladin? That sounds a little counterintuitive, doesn't it? I mean, not that I know much about it, but, you know, I'm just thinking. Fueled by the oath you swore to uphold justice and righteousness, you are a beacon of hope in dark times. Kind of tempted to take a monk. And please don't judge me. I know. Okay, maybe Dex is the way to go, but I need charisma. Improves spellcasting for bards, paladins, sorcerers, and warlocks. Influences traders' prices. Does it not also influence, persuasion, though? Huh. So, again, because I don't have much history with D&D, I'm kind of like, I don't know if a monk drow is considered weird. You know? I don't know if that's considered weird. I kind of want to roll with it. Truth be told. Channel your cosmic enlightenment by deftly dodging and efficiently disassembling your foes through stunning strikes and a whirlwind of martial art attacks. I kind of want to do it. I honestly want to do it. Punch twice in quick succession. Ki is the magic that flows through all living things. You can use it to exceed your body's physical capabilities. Unarmored defense. Your reflexes are as effective as any armor. While not wearing armor, you add your wisdom modifier to your armor class. Okay. Martial arts. Dexterous attacks. Attacks with monk weapons and unarmed attacks scale with your dexterity instead of your strength, if your dexterity is higher. Death strikes. Attacks with monk weapons and unarmed attacks deal 1 to 4 bludgeoning damage unless your normal damage is higher. Bonus unarmed strike. After making an attack with a monk weapon or while unarmed, you can make another unarmed attack as a bonus action. Tempting, tempting, tempting. Huh. So this is a very low magic build. Okay. I'm not done with the appearance, though.
Be wary.
I'm okay with this voice. I'm okay with this voice. Skin color... I mean, I'm a drow, so it makes sense that I would be, you know, this color. The default color wasn't bad, actually. It's okay. I just don't like... I'm not that fond of the facial structure at the moment. Just hit random. Ooh. Can you imagine if I just walked with a bald spot? No thank you. Not terrible. Oh! Intriguing, intriguing. Ice tone. Yeah, that's not bad. I don't want the scars, but... I can be Anakin Skywalker. Can I get rid of the tattoos, or at least change up the tattoos? Maturities, freckle quantity. You can't really see it on a drow. Freckle intensity. Okay, that might be a bit crazy. Might be a bit much. Yeah. Vitiligo? Oh, I'm good. Okay. Are these all the heads that you can get in the game? Did I mess something up? Can you not change it up even more? Is that not a thing you can do? Oh, I like that it saves the randoms. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, so you can go back to one if you like it a little bit. Okay. Oh, body art. There you go. I will be removing... Oh, piercing style. Lapis stud muffin. Those are earrings, right? I can have some earrings. Why not? I don't know why the texture's not loading in properly, though. That's a little weird. Yeah, the texture's not loading in is a bit odd. Minotaur ring? Oh, in the nose? Fair enough. Easy breezy. I don't want little skulls on me, I'm good. Honestly, I quite like the subduer hoops. They're a bit basic, but they're not bad looking. The rest of this stuff is a little bit on the, oh. Ostentatious side? It's a bit showy, I think. I don't need to be too crazy. Yeah, I'll stick with the subduer hoops. Oh no, but then there are some like all over my nose and my eyebrows and stuff too. I wasn't focusing on that. It's weird that you don't get to choose like, hey, I don't want any on my eyes or anything, you know? Well, I can stick with this. Yeah, I can stick with the Dark Moons. It's okay. Can I get rid of the scarring, please? I'm just really surprised that you can't really mold the face or anything. You're kind of stuck with what you've got. Oh, that's not bad. So why does this default to having freckles? Because there's no freckles on this one. Look at that jawline, though. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna stick with... I think I'm gonna stick with this one. Sure, whatever. No scarring. Well, actually... I'm from the Underdark, right? And I'm rebelling, so I've probably been in a few battles. And I'm a melee character, so it might be good to have, like, a scar. Maybe not too much of a scar. That's a lot of scarring. A little bit of asymmetry is not bad, though, I think. Something subtle, I think, would be good. It'd be realistic, right? All things considered. This is asymmetrical, I'm open to it. Yeah, I think this is okay. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. You can have some tattoos as well. I don't know about this. This is a bit too much, I think. Wow. Cool. A sword just down the throat? Huh. There's a neck tattoo. That might be a bit much. Can I get something subtle around the eyes? A little bit more subtle than that. That's too much. This is, Deadpool and Spawn. That's an interesting one, actually. This just makes me think of Skyrim. Probably shouldn't, but it does. Okay, let me go with none then, I guess. I don't know how frequent or how common it is for Drow to have tattoos either. I don't really know how that goes. Heterochromia, tempting, but red. I want a bright red. This is good. Okay. I'm gonna be a little random with this, to be honest, because I'm not super good at... Well, that's cool. I'm not super good with makeup or anything, so I'm just gonna kind of roll with something that looks okay. Like, whatever accentuates the character. She's not exactly gonna be going into combat, you know, with full makeup on or anything, you know? I'll just stick with this. That's simple enough, right? Yeah, it's simple enough. Hair. Hair is always important. Hair is what makes your character look good. I want red hair, though. I don't... Wait. How frequent... Can Drow have red hair? I'm actually gonna Google that, like, right now. I kind of would like to go for red hair. And red eyes. But, can Drow have red hair? Is that a thing? Or is it, like, pretty much stuck with dark hair? Let me see. I guess you can. Alright. Well, if it's an option, I have to assume that it's possible, right? No, I don't think I'll be going with that. Oh, there's a lot of hair options. That's good. I will not be picking that. I'm not fond of the buzz cut, especially in like a fantasy setting, because it's kind of like, where are you getting this from? Yeah, like this hairstyle is like, where are you... What tools are you using to do this? I mean, I guess you could use magic, but come on, you're using like actual scissors and stuff, so... So I'll pass on those hairstyles. Buy Azura! Buy Azura! Buy Azura! Bohemian. Okay, traditional ponytail. Long hair, mongoose tail. Let me change the color a bit. Okay, so that's not exactly what I was looking for. I don't want gray. Okay, red hair is fine. This is the part where everything goes wrong for me. That's not terrible. That looks okay. It's a bit pink, though. Yeah, it's a bit pink looking, though, isn't it? I don't really want pink hair. Sure, let's go with that. What other hair options do I have? Well, that's bold. That's not terrible. This is... Honestly, this is not bad. Okay, well, it looks a little weird once you zoom out, to be honest. I was gonna say, this, like, shorter hair is not bad for a monk character, I think. Given that I'm going to be in close combat, like, you know, most of the time. I think I should go for something shorter haired. Not bad. Also not bad. Not fond of this hair. Nope. Neverwinter scarf. Alright, that's a bit much as well. Bone dance braids. I'm good. Duster, that's the hair that was already chosen. Dewdrop? Academy dropout. Mythmaker. No. Sensible extravagance. It's so, like, well-styled, which is, you know, funny. It's not really a complaint, but it's just kind of like fantasy settings, you know? The mullet. Classic for every... Oh, that's not... See, this would work fairly well if I was like a sorcerer or something, but I'm planning on being a melee character. I'm kind of tempted to go with this, actually. Honestly. What else have you got? Not fond of the braid. Huh. Oh, that's not bad either. I think I may roll with this. I might regret it later, though. Go back to my makeup. I don't need any lip tinting. Or I can go with a dark color. Or no makeup on it. How about that? Yeah, how about a like no makeup on the lips? I'm fine with that. Is there nothing else I can change about the body, though? Just out of curiosity. Not that this is bad, but you know. I'm surprised that you don't have sliders for like the face or anything else. Okay. Facial hair. You're not allowed to have facial hair, apparently, as a drow female. Or, sorry, drow body type 1. I'm gonna stick with this. I still feel like something's missing, though. I'm not sure what. Okay, well, I guess this is what I'm gonna go with. It took me basically an hour to get to this point. But, yeah, so... we'll proceed. The Dark Urge. I will call myself Karst. And, I guess our adventure is about to begin. I'm gonna do terribly and, die horribly. What? What Guardian? Wait, what is this? Why do I need a Guardian? Is that me, but not? Nice armor, though. I really want... that's some nice armor. I like it. Can I get armor like that as a monk? Probably not. I have to be unarmed, right? I'm gonna look ridiculous. Why do I need the Guardian for, though? Seriously, though, what is this for, though? I need some context, right? I need some context to make it male or female. So I guess I'll just roleplay and pretend that the Guardian is someone who came with me and we're both Seldarine drows together? I don't know. Okay, so I've gone for a Mephistopheles Tiefling. Again, and it's going to be body type 3, so it's, you know, it's quite tall. She's got Geralt hair, apparently, and, yeah, I still don't know the significance of a Guardian, so I'm just going to go with it. I don't know what it means, I don't know anything. Pretty sure this was in the trailer. Oh, that's death. Whoa! Why are they Oh. I only watched this trailer like once, so I don't really remember much of it. Okay. I love their ship. That's really cool. Oh, there's the Githyanki or whatever. The Dragon Riders. Now I'm kind of curious. What would the Githyanki think of a Dragonborn like race person? Because it's like they ride and subjugate dragons, right? That might be a little bit weird. Oh, it's Avatar. Oh, that's probably her mount. Alrighty then. So I guess this is how we wake up? I didn't choose her because she's clearly the main, not main character, but like, you see her from another character's perspective, right? Yep, Baldur's Gate 3. I have no idea what I'm looking at. Fascinating.
The blood in your head thrums and pounds. That pounding blood obscures who you are. An overwhelming loss of memory. How you ended up amidst these hellish flames is just as hidden. You have nothing in your skull, besides your name and a headache. But you are in danger.
Great. Oh. Say your name aloud. You have a part of yourself.
The dark urge. Whatever that is you. You
well, that's not very good.
Claw back the truth. But first you have to claw your way out of here.
Alright.
My head.
So I'm actually going to leave this right here. This is kind of a prelude, I guess, of character generation. I hope you enjoyed what you saw here today and that you're doing well wherever you are. This has been Karst with Baldur's Gate 3, and I hope you'll be excited to join me on this adventure. Have a great day. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.